Hey everyone, Geek here, and today I'm going to answer an age-old question. The question that has split geeks and nerds apart. The question that has been discussed for decades. The question that has destroyed friendships and broken keyboards everywhere. Which is better, Star Trek or Star Wars? Now, in case you couldn't tell by my logo, or the 154 videos I have up on the channel, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Ever since the age of 5, I've been enthralled with that galaxy far, far away. The beautiful locations, the amazing vehicles, the incredible weapons, and the most fantastic cast of characters ever created. Most people online, when comparing these two franchises, tend to use those categories to decide which is better. I don't want to do that. I'm hoping to look at more of the bigger picture here, comparing Star Wars and Star Trek as a whole. I have one key point before we begin. These stories really shouldn't be compared. I know, that sounds ridiculous. Why am I comparing them if they shouldn't be compared? Let me explain. Star Trek is a story about an idealistic future with a thriving universe. We send volunteers into the vast reaches of space to explore the beauty and mystery of various species, planets, and sciences. Star Wars is a tale of fantasy and romance, a thrilling adventure set in a universe full of spaceships, robots, and magic. It's a mystical galaxy with thousands of stories to be told through the excitement of a mysterious force. These are really two entirely different concepts, with Star Trek sticking to the more scientifically accurate side of science fiction, with some added flair of course, while Star Wars is more whimsical, treating its universe as a fantasy world told through the style of a space opera. Comparing two different franchises from separate genres, science fiction and fantasy, simply because they're both set in space and have the word star in their title, makes no sense. That's like comparing War Games with The Hunger Games. They have no real connection. Personally, Star Trek's universe of an idealistic, futuristic Earth full of science and technical jargon never grasped me. But to be fair, Star Wars politics definitely leave something to be desired. And without Star Trek, Star Wars probably wouldn't be the same as it is today. George Lucas took inspiration from many different shows at the time, including his childhood favorite soap opera Flash Gordon, and even Star Trek itself. I've made fun of the show in the past for its crude effects, boring stories, and inferiority to Star Wars, but we are indebted to Star Trek for what it's given the sci-fi community. Its robots may not be as entertaining, its sets may not dazzle, and its creatures may frighten you in their crudity, but you have to remember that Star Trek has lasted for 50 years in different mediums and styles under different corporations and directors. That's 11 years older than Star Wars. While Star Trek vowed to boldly go where no one has gone before, Star Wars opened up the world to a vast universe of magic and excitement far, far away during a time that everyone needed it. It was the savior of classic heroic films, bringing a new life to popcorn flicks. With its incredible characterizations of its heroes, villains, and even its lovable droids, the world became invested in what this new galaxy had to offer. This family tale has passed on for generations, highlighting adventure, romance, terror, and excitement. Of course, I'm highly biased on this topic. Star Wars is my all-time favorite film franchise, while Star Trek barely interests me. I think the Star Wars locations are more vibrant, the aliens are more creatively designed, the plot is more thrilling, the concept is more fun, and the characters are more developed. I like every medium Star Wars comes in. Whether it's a movie, cartoon, book, comic, game, or even merchandise, I love it all. But at the same time, I highly respect Star Trek for what it is. So let's not tear nerds and geeks apart from each other. Let's not throw blame at who started this feud. Even though it was totally the Trekkies, there's actually video proof of it right here. No, instead, let's unite and celebrate what makes each franchise so amazing. The passion of the fans alone should be enough to prove how beloved these films, television series, games, clothing, and toys truly are. What words come to mind when you think of Star Trek? Futuristic, clean, scientific, technical, adventurous, alien, unique, new, vast, orderly. How about Star Wars? Exciting, thrilling, magical, grimy, scummy, comedic, romantic, lighthearted, breathtaking, and fun. Which is better? It all depends on your taste, whether you prefer to be practical or mythical, deciding between science and magic. I think it's said best when talking about these franchises, Star Trek will shape future scientists and voyagers, inspired to discover new things and explore the unknown. Star Wars will inspire future visionaries, filmmakers, and dreamers to be creative and entertain the world. There's a lot more that I could talk about in depth, such as how Star Wars is a lived-in universe while Star Trek is a clean one, how Star Wars focuses around mystical properties while Star Trek revolves around scientific accuracy, or how John Williams' brilliant score can never be beat. But really, it all comes down to your taste. Different people just like different things for different reasons. That's just how it is. Comparing science fiction and space fantasy is, simply put,
illogical. Illogical. Please explain. You are human. Only humans can explain their behavior. Please explain.
So take out your phasers and prepare your lightsabers. We're about to be beamed up and make the jump to hyperspace. Subscribe to Star Geek for weekly Star Wars content. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram by clicking the links in the description, and you can check out my last video, a special news update, if you just click on the thumbnail. You can also watch my opinion of George Lucas. Thanks for watching, everyone. Live long and prosper, and may the Force be with you.
Gonk gonk.
Gary, I haven't seen you in months. Where have you been?
Gonk 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 gonk.
You've been hanging out with the Star Trek people? Gary, you know that isn't the right universe, right?
Gonk.
It's not safe over there. They'll probably mistake you for a Borg cube.
Gonk 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 gonk.
Alright, Gary, go ahead. Just be careful out there. The USS Enterprise is not as forgiving as I am.
Gonk.
Oh, and you might want to change the color of your little outfit there.
Gonk gonk.
Oh, no reason. May the Force live long and prosper, Gary. To bravely gonk where no droid has gonked before.
Gonk gonk. Gonk 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 gonk.